Okay, I actually have like two shows to talk about. So, honestly, enough beating around the bush. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, let's go. So, I think I'll talk about the one I always have been talking about every Monday for the last 2 weeks, and that is America's Got Talent, the Champions. And, yeah, this was, this was yet another example as to how the entirety of planet Earth is brimming with talent. So, honestly, though, this was actually rather rather bizarre. In a sick turn of events, one of the acts actually got the buzzer from Simon, of all people, which, I mean, it's Simon. I mean, everyone believes he has a reputation for hating everything at this point. I mean, that stigma's been on him since American Idol, so, of course, if he doesn't like something, he's not going to really, care for it. And, just like pretty much what I've been saying the last 2 weeks, every act on here, for all intents and purposes, really does deserve to be on this show. There's no doubt in my mind that the finale of this show may very well be the biggest spectacle in probably 2019 at that moment in time. At least on TV. I mean, it's going to be hard to friggin' top well, whatever happens. I don't even know. I'm just like really sorry. That's one problem with like going. I get up like super duper early and stuff. So I went to bed at like 9:30 or whatever. So just almost when the show was over. But I caught up on the two acts I missed, which were the magician and the extreme roller skating duo, which ended up getting. Well, actually, let me. I'll talk about spoilers for that, and actually, no, I'll talk about spoilers right now since I'm going to be talking about spoilers for the other show momentarily. So, spoilers start at 2:50. Okay, so looking at the clock right there. So the acts that were on were Tom Cotter and Sam J. Camero, who were comedians, and I believe it was Tom Cotter that got the buzzer. Yeah, it was Tom Cotter that got the buzzer. So, honestly, the reason why Simon buzzed him was because he lacked showmanship, which I sort of got. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought he was funny. I really thought it was funny, and, he definitely deserved to be on the show. But, considering that week one had two comedians that technically were funnier, one of them being Preacher Lawson, it kind of was a bit of a step backwards. Not a giant step backwards. In fact, not even half a step backwards. Let's say about 3 inches backwards. How about that? So yeah, and Sam J. Camero, he was another comedian on there. He was also funny. Ryan Stock and Amber Lynn, the sideshow duo, which, okay, their story is actually really cool because last time they were on the show, the stunt they were doing, Amber Lynn actually shot Ryan in the neck with an arrow. And so what do they do last night? They redo they do that very same stunt again. But they successfully do it. So, yeah. It was definitely a spectacle to be sure. Let's see who else was there. I'm looking at the list of people who were on. Prince Poppycock, he was on there, which, I'm just saying this right now, Prince Poppycock is an awesome stage name. I love. I mean, you guys know me. I love some. I love me some alliteration. So that's already awesome. So I don't even know where to. So yeah, that performance was very good. Let's see, DJ Arch Jr., the 6-year-old from South Africa who at the age of 3 won South Africa's Got Talent. Okay. I'm just saying right now, that kid is 6 years old now. Give him about 12 years, so I'll be in my 40s. That kid is probably going to be like one of the biggest names in music in the entire world. I'm making that crazy bold prediction right now that may or may not happen at some point. I don't know, but yeah, that was really good. Let's see what else. Darcy Oak, the illusionist. That guy was cool. Like, I was pleasantly. I mean, it was a really good trick. It was made. She made Heidi Klum float like in midair. I'm like, okay, if you don't move on, then I'll be stunned, which he didn't move on. That's why I'm getting to the 4 people who did move on, and that was 4 people. The 2 people who got 3rd and 2nd, and I alluded to that earlier, was the John Durantos, the magician, and Billy and Emily England, the extreme roller skating duo, which, yeah, they got 3rd and 2nd respectively, and both performances were outstanding. So, what more can I say? They definitely deserve, all these acts definitely deserve to be on, and they definitely deserve to be talked about. But now we get into the 2 people who did advance, which were Britain's Got Talent Season 1 winner, Paul Potts, which, seriously, that is probably like the best male performance I've seen in quite a long time. Like a really long time. More than on shows like The Voice or something like that, because he was really good. And, okay, I just want to talk about the Golden Buzzer winner. The Golden Buzzer winner was the runner-up from America's Got Talent Season 12, Angelica Hale, who was the runner-up to Darcy Lynn, the singing ventriloquist who was on a week ago. So, Darcy won America's Got Talent Season 12, and Angelica Hale, was the runner-up. But in this competition, Darcy Hale got she got 2nd place, but she still, got eliminated. But Angelica Hale won the Golden Buzzer. Does that officially not mean Angelica Hale is better than Darcy Lynn? I don't know. That's definitely going to be talked about for quite some time. Although, I can definitely say that, I said Darcy Lynn's performance last week was fantastic, and Angelica Hale's performance last night, equally so. So, yeah, that definitely, deserves to be talked about. And, I guarantee by now all the clips from all the performances are on YouTube. So, go ahead and, check them out. And spoilers stop right now at 8:50. Okay, so now we get into the other show I saw last night, which was the probable series finale of Steven Universe. It felt like one anyway. I said this well back when I started doing these videos that I love Steven Universe. I'm pretty sure longtime viewers of these videos have heard me talk about Steven Universe in some capacity at, many points throughout, doing this. And I know for a fact that I recommended it to pretty much anyone of all ages. I first heard the theme song for Steven Universe back in 2013 before the show first came out, and I'm like, I'm going to watch the show. What can I say? A good theme song can make you really want to watch a show if it's, good enough, and it was so simple, it was fun, and when the show started, it was a little bit on the slow side, but, I got invested. I wanted to see where it went, and, it's like that one Drake song, start from, the bottom, and now you're here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to talk about spoilers for that right about now at 10:20. Okay, so, I suspect this is the series finale because throughout the entirety of the series, the Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems have been trying to, fix all the gems that are on Earth that were corrupted by the diamonds, and only the diamonds can, fix them or whatever, which does include Steven Universe himself, as his mother was originally Rose Quartz, who is actually Pink Diamond, which, holy cow, the internet, I do believe, I remember when the internet exploded that day. That was crazy. So, long story short, they go to Homeworld, and they're trying to convince White Diamond, who, I'm just saying right now, there were moments in this episode that completely and utterly terrified me. There were times like, oh, this is pretty good. And then there were times like, oh, I'm scared now. And they did the jerk move too, where something awesome is about to happen, but then it turns into something scary, and then they cut to commercial. That's just cruel, man. I'm like, yeah! Oh! Why you gotta go to commercial? Why you gotta do that? I want to see what happens next, darn it. But, they do, and I gotta say, this is a good finale. If this is the series finale, which it definitely feels the part, I am completely and utterly satisfied with the results. They bring the diamonds back to Earth, and they end up healing the corrupted gems, and I guess in the end they live happily ever after, and that's really all anyone could ever want. So, yeah. All in all, I was there for Steven Universe at the high points and the potential low points. I love Steven Universe. I recommended it back when I talked about it last time, and it still holds up even now. Go watch Steven Universe. In fact, feel free to stop watching the video right now and watch Steven Universe. That's how much I recommend it. Okay, 13 minutes. That's when the spoilers start. Okay, so yeah. Honestly, I've said many a time that Mondays can be a real drag, but when you have stuff like that happen to you yesterday, where you watch and that was the cool thing too. Both the Steven Universe finale and America's Got Talent: The Champions happened back to back. It was awesome. It was this is the best 3 hours of 2019 so far, and you know what? It was. So, again, if you guys have the opportunity to watch any of the acts on YouTube, go watch that. And I'm sure at this point the Steven Universe finale is on YouTube or some online site right now. So, go ahead and watch. Again, feel free to stop watching the video and just go watch that stuff. See what your thoughts are. I'm curious to see what comes of this, and yeah, I have nothing more to say other than I am very cold, I am very tired, and I have a very long day ahead of me. So, yeah, seriously, once again, it was -5. Really? Well, at least the roads are better for running. And seriously, it was so cold, I barely broke a sweat today at all when I ran. If I did sweat at all, it hung on my eyelashes, and because it was so cold, it froze. That was weird. Thank goodness I didn't really blink or whatever, otherwise that would have been crazy. So, yeah, it was probably TMI. So, favorite, channel, hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Wow, sometimes that's a mouthful to say, and as always, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful you have a wonderful Tuesday, and remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back, so take care, and have a wonderful day. You know, it's actually kind of funny because as America's Got Talent, the Champions was on last night, they were doing school delays and whatever, and I'm like, you not only have Martin Luther King Jr. Day off, but for the most part, you have a 2-hour delay. Forget a 3-day weekend. This is like a 3.5-day weekend. Take care.